Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of the Strand Tennis Center podcast, filled with tips, advice, tennis, not tennis, just life advice too, whatever you need. Like it on YouTube, share it on the podcast as well. Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Strand Tennis Center podcast. We've changed the date and time for the summertime, and then we have our lovely office manager here behind the curtain. You can't see that curtain, so she may chime in every once in a while and tell me how wrong I am. That's what she does usually. We call her the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. I'm gonna do a podcast on a couple of philosophies, but we just gonna do a couple of things on customer service. So
Customer service.
customer service is an interesting thing, right? We just talked to 4 people that told us how stupid we were, basically, which I get. You know, it happens. We're changing to a new, different online system. It's going to take a little time for people to figure out. But eventually, look, it'll be easier for us and be easier for them. There'll be a mobile app for them to be able to sign up for classes and all that stuff, right? So people don't like change in general. The overall theme is people do not like change. They like things the way they were. And eventually, it'll be simpler for them. But right now, the change is just too much. And there's going to be glitches. A woman said she couldn't sign up. It took some time for her to get a log. It took her an hour. I said, well, some people sign up in 5 minutes. So, you know, it's something you're going to have to deal with. But my overall theme with this is handling customer service. It's not a question of whether you're doing something right or wrong, which is part of it too, but you have to be able to manage customer service. So describe that kind of scene, Santi, that was at the front desk right now. They kind of were like attacking me.
They first came up to me to ask a question, and then you chimed in.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, I guess. And then you
I tried to help, I guess.
Yeah, you tried to help, and then they started attacking you. They all started talking over each other just to talk to you about how they can't sign up. How are we going to pay? Can we pay cash? Can we not pay cash?
Sure.
Is there a fee? Can I pay a credit card? What happens? Is there Venmo?
Because this is a perfect example of what we talked philosophically about when if I'm correct, but I handle it wrong, I still look bad, right? So they had points, and they were very aggressive. But if I handled it and was very aggressive and like nasty and condescending, I'm wrong no matter what.
Yeah.
So customer service is how you handle the situation. They could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
But if I am a jerk, I'm wrong. And they had some valid points, and then some other ones weren't. Some of them they were wrong and fine, but your job is to navigate that, educate the customer. Again, you're not supposed to be abused, but you got to let them do their thing, and you cannot react. When they want you to, once you react, it's like anything. It's like getting too defensive. You immediately, people immediately assume you're wrong. So you have to be very careful in regards to your reaction with customer service. So I was going to talk a little bit of philosophy of a growing business and what you need to do and how your philosophies need to be. So it's so funny how we talked about action last week. With a business, in life, a lot of people like to handle. I wrote down my notes, but I have it. I think I'll remember it if I can remember the 3. Okay, here we go. A lot of people like to have. These are the 3 A's. In life, people like to create awareness, be aware of the situation, analyze the situation, and then take action. I think it's good for personal life. I don't think those 3 A's are good for a small business or business life. I think they need to be flipped around. I think you need to have awareness, you need to take action, and then you need to analyze, and then keep rinsing and repeating that. Because in a business, too many times, again, they're analyzing, awareness, analyzing, and no one makes a decision. Like the same thing. And no one knows what decision will be successful. You have to make the decision, let it be wrong, and then make another one, and then make another one. So that's a big thing. And you have to be able to be aware of what you want to start, right? So the awareness is key. You're aware of something. Hey, there's a white space here. This isn't, people need this. People want this. People want a lesson. People want to buy this widget. People want to buy this top for this water bottle or whatever. Then you take the action, and then you analyze what you were doing. You can't analyze and get all this information. And a perfect example, I was talking to a friend that, our neighbor that owns a rock climbing. He's the best. We're going to have him on the podcast. Gravity Vault's a great business. How he's got a franchise system, 4 corporate locations, very successful.
Oh, he's the head honcho?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
I
don't
didn't know
know?
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the head honcho.
I thought they were just.
Yeah,
this
we've
was
known
just
each,
one of the locations.
Yeah, we've known each other for 15 years. When he started, this
is the
was
first one?
His second location here.
Yeah.
But now he's got, I wouldn't know, I'd be misquoted. He's
4 or
probably got
5.
10 or 15
Oh.
franchises and 4 corporate locations.
franchises.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
4 corporate locations.
Yeah.
But he made a great point, and this is the great point about a business that you run. And he goes, he's created most of his competitors, and we've had that happen to us too. And the reason why, and this is why I'm talking about and this is back to my point of analyzing too much. People walk into a small business that's successful, and they go, wow, I can do this. This is easy. Right? They go, but he has his franchise out in California, and the guy was, I forget. I can't remember. I'm going to screw up the story, but I think he was a Stanford MBA and all this stuff. And he's like, I just thought I could turn the lights on, but this business is really hard. Mm-hmm. And the beauty about it is when you walk in here, people should think it's easy because they don't need to know all the work you have to go through. They want to come in here and say, oh, this is easy. Oh, Steve's always relaxed. This is always fun, and this is no big deal. And they just show up. Yeah. And that's what happens, and that's how you create competitors. Because people go into your club, and they go, wow, I could do this better. 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 Yeah. Because, oh, my God, he makes it so easy. There's people here, and this guy's not that smart. Yeah. But that's the beauty of it. To make it look easy. Right. To make yourself not look too smart, because you don't want to be a snoot about the whole thing. Right. But this guy who opened the franchise was like, boy, I'm really impressed with your business now because he did all the analytics, he studied everything, but then you have to actually take action and hire people, bring people in, take these employees. It's like, wait a minute, this is not easy at all. Yeah. How many people walked in here too? Oh, what is how much does this cost you? What do you do? This is easy. You just flick the lights on and it's very, very difficult. So when you do that, when you don't take action first and you analyze, you put everything on a spreadsheet, you don't really know how hard things really are. So he created 3 competitors. So he had 3 people that came into his place, were like, I can do this better, I can do this better. They built locations in that same county, and they've all had trouble. One is now like a laser tag or something. Like, it's very difficult. So before you get into something... What happens with service businesses and small businesses, a lot of finance people, whether it be hedge fund people, bankers, job is not very fun. No. You have to be a certain mentality, but they make money. So they're like, oh, well, I want to stay local. I'm going to run a business, a small business. So they have a lot of money, and they throw a lot of money at something, but that doesn't make you successful. No. So they say, oh, we have a lot of money. We can do this. We'll have someone else manage it. Never works out. Mm-hmm. A lot of money doesn't work out. A simple thing like, I think wine.com, right, started years ago. I think it had so much money behind it, so much backing. And Wine Library right over here with Gary Vaynerchuk beat them. Small place became one of the largest wine sellers because every dollar they used had to act like $10. It was very important. When you have too much money, you have too much leeway, you're not really, really smart about what you're going to do. So you can't analyze too much, and I think the other thing, say you've started a business, it's become successful. You're 2 years into it, and then usually what happens is you start to become philosophical. You start to go, okay, I think the best way to do this, what did I write down here? I wrote down... basically, you can't... Then you have all these ideas. I want to change the world. We want to do this. We want to put one of these in every place. What's the hot thing? I want to do that. Like, we have 2 years of being successful. Don't get philosophical. You have to worry about what you can control instead of worrying about anything you can't control. You just work on, and I wrote it down, don't care about what you want, care about what you control. So you have all these goals then when you start to have a business, you go, what do I want? I want, anything. I want to give a free racket to every kid in the world.
Right.
Like all these things, you can't control any of that.
Right.
You have to worry about what you control. People come in here, you service them, you make them happy. Another one comes in, you service them, you make them happy. You only have to worry about those things.
So you're saying if you have too much and you can't control it, then the quality goes down. The quality of the service that you're providing goes down.
You start to lose your focus, really. Because if I start to get philosophical, I'm running a business and go, well, I want a Strand in every location in the United States. I mean, every state in the United States, because I just want to be bigger. We want to be everywhere.
Yeah. You can't control it.
They can't control, but I can't. That's something that I can't even put my hands around it right now.
Yeah.
I have to go, okay, we're busy here. Oh, where another radius can we go 40 miles away? Okay, right here. You can't get out of... It's like anything that becomes hot. It's like people, how many people are...
Pliables.
Yeah, pliables, same things. Like we said, or how about
places.
marijuana now, right? It's like how many people want to open dispensaries now?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the hot thing. It's what I want to get a part of. It's not anything that you are in control of. You didn't start this way. This wasn't organic to you.
Yeah.
You didn't do this. And now you're just going to be like, okay, we're going to put a dispensary in every city in New Jersey. Like,
there's too many.
Even if you're successful, again.
It's like Dunkin's. There's like sometimes there's too many Dunkin's. Like
well, those are franchises, right?
Yeah, exactly. But there's too. There's. Too
I think Dunkin' is their job is to sell the franchise location. They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. Just sell the location.
Yep.
Obviously, they need a good track record. They need to say, I don't think a McDonald's has ever gone out of business. I think they're the gold standard of franchise. I think there's not one McDonald's that has gone out of business, ever.
Well, I know like some franchises, they pick the location for you. So if you want to be a franchisee, you have to put a certain amount obviously down, but then they pick the location for you because they do their own research.
I think they help you with the process, right? Most of them do.
Yeah, but
And
but here what I'm saying is maybe Dunkin's and like Subways, you can kind of pick your own because they're so like sometimes I see Dunkin's and Subways in like the most random locations. I'm like, how's this even gonna do well?
Yeah.
So that means there's no one really double checking.
I don't know. I know that you can also buy a region. So if you're starting out, you like a franchise, you can buy a certain geographic region, and then you can sublet out those franchises too. You can own a region.
Oh, wow.
I think you can. Like Stretch Lab, which came in here, is opening up a location in Summit, and I think that gentleman owns a region. He owns, I think, the Morristown one he's going to own and all that. So you can own a certain geographic region and have all those under you as well. Or I don't know if you can. Maybe you can sublet them out. I'm not really sure. Sublet out those regions. I would. I don't know. I don't know if the contracts. I don't know about franchises, but so that was the big thing about what I was talking about today. Is you cannot get philosophical as a small business, and you have to move fast as a small business because it's not like we're smarter than anybody else. It's the nature of, I guess, the self-awareness is the only thing. If you don't move fast, you're going to be in trouble because you have to, again, like I said, if you have a marketing idea and it's not good, you got to get rid of it quick. If you're a part of a large business, you can let things run. And if you lose some money, it's a line item. They don't care. You have to move fast as a small business because if you get married to something too quick and it's not going well, you're going to be out of business pretty quick. So you have to be really smart about moving fast and making quick decisions. And I guess that's why I'm just so into action. And it's amazing how I've been talking about it way too much. But
I just posted action.
Take action, right? Yeah, it keeps being a common theme.
But this is in a different like context in a way. But that was more like don't contemplate your life too much.
Oh, yeah.
Do something, get out there, do something, and change it that way. But this is in terms of business. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So, how is your summer schedule going?
It's great. I love it.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't.
You can
like
tell
it.
me the truth
No, it's
off
good.
off camera,
No,
podcast.
I like it. No,
Good.
because I mean I'm lucky to have 2 days off.
It's awesome.
And yeah, it's great.
So when are we gonna film? You think?
Whenever.
No, filming for.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm
for-
gonna do
for
it. I have gaps, so I'm
clips,
gonna do it
yeah.
on like either probably Monday, Tuesday.
We're
or
having
Wednesday.
like a team meeting now.
Yeah, don't worry.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
I got
Curious.
it.
We
I
we
got it
tip.
going.
We obviously record
We
plays
do
and
TikToks. Watch our TikToks
and do tennis tips
yep.
on video and just cut them up and things like that, which is good. It's helpful for everybody. Just a simple tip. You can look at it and say, "Hey, I got to keep the ball down the middle when I play doubles more. Doubles is a through game. We can talk about all that stuff. When you play doubles, you have to go at the opponent or through the opponent, not try to go around them because there's too many people on the court."
Yep.
That was it. It was pretty quick. I just wanted to get that philosophy out of my head. We're going to have the owner of the Gravity Vault on in July. We're going to have a nice conversation about business. It's going to be very, very successful. And the number one, again, like we said, between David and Goliath, your strength is your weakness. The number one strength is humans, and the number one weakness is humans. It's always about human resources. For a small business, it's all about people. If you don't have the right people, if you can't manage people, you can't run a business, a small one especially, because how much technology can we implement? We're trying to implement a little technology now. We had 4 people take our heads off. But that's the hard part. We're not going to be augmented reality or AI or any of that stuff. It's more about humans and finding the right humans, and people, people are the key. So tennis-wise, have you been teaching any tennis? You've been doing more of the pickleball.
I taught one lesson yesterday.
Yeah. You're the pickleball man now.
Yeah.
You're the pickleball king.
Yeah.
So do you like pickleball better than tennis now?
No.
No,
Why would I? Tennis was like my first love. I only started playing tennis because a girl broke up with me, so I needed something to keep my mind. This was 8th grade, and I felt heartbroken. So then
why was it tennis? Like
I don't know. I just played against the wall. It was like kind of free-ish. It was like you don't need anyone if you have a tennis wall to play with. You don't need anyone there.
You were in 8th grade?
This was 8th grade, going into this.
How long were you dating a girl in 8th grade?
This was 3 months.
3
and
months.
then I felt heartbroken, so I was like, I need to do something.
You should call that girl and say, "Listen, I've created a whole career out of tennis and pickleball. Thank you." Do you remember this girl's name?
Yeah, her name is Tiffany. I'll
Tiffany.
send this video to her.
We're
still friends. She just had a baby.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
You should tell her my whole career is because of you.
Yeah, because I was heartbroken in 8th grade.
3 months. And did she marry anybody you know?
No.
Okay,
she
good.
didn't, Yeah.
That would have been tough.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
And she went.
But this was 8th grade.
And she went to the same high school.
Yeah, we went to the same high school, but we didn't have sex or anything.
No,
this
I
is
know,
8th
I'm not
grade.
asking
We
about
just
that.
She
This
was
is a family show.
This is the first time we first person I really held hands with, made out with, that type of
those are big
kiddie
deals.
stuff. Yeah,
That's a big deal.
exactly. And I felt like,
Hey, everything's emotional.
Yeah,
It's everything's
we went
tied
to 8th
to
grade prom together, so we had an 8th grade prom.
8th grade
There's
prom?
an 8th grade prom. Yeah.
What middle school did you go to?
In Piscataway, there's 3 middle schools. We have a lot of kids.
And they have an 8th
we
grade
have
prom.
an 8th grade prom.
She's chiming in. My kids, Ruthie just chimed in. My kid's at an 8th grade prom as she's typing and billing. You just keep billing,
It's
Ruthie.
fun. Yeah.
The student out here who goes to JP Stevens says the same thing. They had to expand the school. Like the high school, there's so many people moving into that area.
Like Middlesex County is huge.
It's huge. I grew up in Middlesex County.
Yeah.
I grew up in Milltown.
Our graduating class had at least 800 kids.
He said he can't even. There's more than that.
Probably not more than that now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's going insane.
Edison is insane because it's central. It's central to everything. You go to New York, you can go to Philly, you can go wherever you need to go.
And it's a little bit more inexpensive.
Yeah.
And not as expensive.
Up
It'll
here-
get there.
up here's- yeah.
But it's not as expensive as being up in Chatham, Alpine, Upper Saddle River. All those areas are just are crazy priced out.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
But what are you doing for the weekend again? You got your
Going to Rhode Island.
Nice,
Stepdad's house.
nice. And the surf? Were you gonna surf in Rhode Island?
No, we're going fishing. I'm gonna try to surf, but the waves aren't good for the 2 days that I'm there.
Oh, they're not. You
yeah,
can tell.
you check a forecast. There's a thing.
But you're gonna bring it anyways, just in case.
Of course, why not? Just in case.
It's fun. That's good. I'm glad. Listen, I want
I'll
people to
send you
like their
pictures.
jobs,
Yeah.
right, Ruthie? I want. She's over there billing. She's like, I was watching the movie Good Morning Vietnam. Remember Good Morning Vietnam?
Yeah, he
Ruthie
makes like
remembers it. You
an
remember with
announcements.
Robin
I
Williams?
saw parts of it. Yeah.
And the guys that are the guys that read the news, the two twins that read the news and edit it and take it out, and they have that look. They're just like, It reminds me of Ruthie, just like, pay your bill.
Nice.
But
Nice.
I don't know. I'm trailing off. But no, that's great that you can take 2 days. You can feel like a human. Have a vacation. Not a vacation. You feel like a human?
No, for sure.
No, you should. Listen, you should feel like a human and have 2 days.
Yeah.
Because you do a great job.
Thanks.
And this is not a review. Maybe we'll do a one-on-one right here,
On the
Santi.
podcast?
On the podcast.
All
No,
right.
we won't do that. But I just want to talk about a little philosophy. When you get 2 years into a business or 3 years, only do what you can control. Don't get out of that. That's the biggest thing. Don't get out of what you can control. Don't start going, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to change the world. We're going to give 1 free can of soda to every kid that comes, all that stuff. We're not, just do what you can control. Do what's in front of you, because you're still only 2 or 3 years into this thing. That's it.
Wait. Let me add one more
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I remember, maybe it's a quote for somewhere. Most businesses, they have to last at least, I think, 5 years before they can stay. Like, in terms of, like, most businesses fail within 5 years.
Correct.
Is that something? I heard something like that.
That's correct. That's always
Right?
been known. Most businesses will fail. I don't know the percentage. It's got to be. It's way up there. Most
lot of
businesses fail within 5 years. But to me, the other stat that was most businesses won't make money for the first year.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was interesting.
you got to be making money the first month because you're dead. Like, how much money do you have? Like,
Well, they're saying, like, in terms of paying stuff back. Like, when I opened my restaurant, we only spent, like, $150K. Yeah,
Okay,
because
to build it out.
we did all the labor ourselves, like my dad and I. But, like, in terms of making it back, we made it back. Like,
no, I'm talking about
is
cash
it-
flow to pay payroll and stuff. People take
no,
out.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
People take out lines of credit.
Just to pay
just
their
to pay
the new
payroll.
people
Like
they
that
hire.
to
Yeah.
me is a frightening expectation. So I start a business.
Yeah.
I don't have any money coming in,
Yeah.
but I have employees.
Oh, yeah.
Like to me,
have
you got to be
pay
cash flow positive within 6 weeks.
Right.
And if you're not, what's the point? The reason why, to me, I guess I'm more. If you equate it as an operator to an entrepreneur, I'm probably. I got to be honest, 70-30. I'm a much bigger, or maybe 60-40 operator than an entrepreneur because, again, entrepreneurs have 5 different businesses. They start, they usually do. They start all these different businesses. They found, they sell, and all this stuff. Me, I had this business on my own that I needed to put it somewhere.
Right.
I needed a home for it.
Right.
So it wasn't like I couldn't maybe now I could. I couldn't be like a guy that has money and go, well, I want to start a highlight business. Let me find a building. It would be like I have no fucking clients. I have nothing going on. It would have to be something to me that's organically making business. And that's oh my God, what was his name from Southwest? Herb Heller, who just died a couple years ago. He said, I'm tired about all these people saying market share. How about profitability? He said Southwest just wanted to be profitable, and the best was quick turnaround times.
Yeah.
They were really fast. They wouldn't take time in between, flights. It was really quick. They were ready to go.
Right.
Profitability is the most important thing. All these things that are market capped and valued as this, and they're burning through cash each month.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, as a small business especially, you have to be profitable right away, and you can't be. Yeah, it's very foreign to me to think of a widget idea or think of something that needs like a physical space and go, all right, I think this market needs it. I mean, it's really strange for me. It would have to be I'm the kind of the boots on the ground. I'm doing the testing.
Right.
I get all these clients and I go, wait a minute, I need to put them somewhere because I have all these clients. I can't find a home.
Yeah.
People don't like that I have all these clients and I'm doing what I want inside other places. And then I bring them to a space that I have. It's already kind of the proof of concept is already there.
Yeah.
So that's much more manageable to me, and I think that that's still entrepreneurship, but it's not to me like starting something from zero,
Right.
putting a building together and going, let's call and start to do it.
I think it's good that you had the clientele before you found a space, ideally, because if you found a space and you're like, I'm going to start a tennis business, then you'd have to find people to come in and try it, because then you would be burning your own cash, right?
I think that was different. Before 2008, the subprime, the whole mortgage crisis, all that.
Oh, yeah.
Before that, companies were hiring and spending based on expectation.
Right.
Now they only spend based on need. Right. So it would be like me going, oh, well, I'm going to get a building and I hope I need it.
Yeah.
I had the people and I was like, I need this. So then I just went from only hiring people when I needed it. You can start to feel it. Go, we need another person here. We need another person here. We don't hire 4 people and go, we're going to increase our revenue because we hire those 4 people. I just don't believe that works.
Right.
You hire based on need, and that's what an important, smart business person does. You do not hire based on expectation.
Right.
So, hey, like, we're going to hire 3 new pickleball pros, and I hope we have the business for them. People do that shit all the time.
That makes sense.
They expand. They go to another location. They go, I hope this works.
It's interesting because, like, some places when they open, like, a new coffee shop or a new, like, dessert place, they'll hire, like, a bunch of high school kids, and they're all just standing around.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, we hired, and there's 5 people working, and literally there's, like, 1 customer coming in because they don't know what kind of place it is yet. You know what I mean?
We call that too much fat.
Yeah, and then they're burning a little bit of cash doing that.
Because I walked out there. I guess this is not a big deal to talk about. I walked out there the other day, and I was looking around. I was like, ooh. Go ahead, Ruthie. Come on. Doesn't matter. You can walk past. I don't want to. She doesn't. Am I going to be on this thing? There's only 11 people watching, Ruthie. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you, 11 people.
Thank you, 11 people. I appreciate it. I walked out there one day last week or this week, and I was like, this place, we have 2 businesses in here that are too big. They're like 2 brothers living in the same room, and they're 16. They need their own room. Mm-hmm. And that's when you can sense it. You're like, they need their own room. It's not like, I have a vision for a 30,000 square foot facility over here. You need to see it. Like, the best options, the best moves you make is when you see it right when it happens and you strike quickly. You don't go, okay, number one, you don't go, I hope this happens. But most people that are successful don't think of a wild idea and hope the customer realizes. They start to notice something that's going on. The customer's doing something, and then they hit it hard and they realize that this is going to be something that is going to grow and grow.
Yeah.
You have to see it early.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're trying to push it. You're seeing it early and go, wait a minute, this is where we need to go. And that's very important to realize. You cannot do something based on expectation or hope that something will happen. You need to see it, and I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. We've got 2 businesses in here that are struggling to stretch their arms out because they have no room. So then you go, okay, now I make that decision, but you can't wait on that. You make it quick. Right. And you make the decision quick because it's like competition. Somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah. Cool.
So you strike quick. But that got into it. Wait, you got another question? Oh, wait a minute, but we're done. That's okay. Thank you for cutting me off, Santi. I had the great secret to life. No, I didn't. But everybody have a good weekend. 4th of July is coming up. Enjoy. Do something fun. Take action. Work out. It's very important. Do the cold plunge, Santi. 3 minutes. Go in the water up in Rhode Island.
Oh, I will.
Be cold. 3 minutes. Go in.
Fuck.
Plunge, Santi. Plunge. Plunge. Everybody. All right. Have a great day. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. Hope you like the podcast. Please share it with your friends, anybody that you know, anybody that's into tennis, anybody that's into bettering themselves. Share it.